Good day, collective. As usual, I've been pulling them cards again, and basically getting that you integrated your overall what's the word I'm looking for? Tendencies, not tendencies, traits. Like your overall knowledge. You've created this landscape of wisdom. Okay, you've even added in the forbidden fruits of your life. Right, you've updated what's outdated, okay, and you're doing it with joy, and you're actually recharging your life, okay, and because of this, it's brought in a lot of clarity, all right, and Spirit is trying to say, like, right now, be patient and stay focused on your goals, okay. um Also, unveiling deeper awareness so that you can become the leader of your own life, okay, and because of this is there's going to be a windfall, all right. And over here we have, there are worlds within you, right? And you have a pocket of protection, all right? Because everything that you've been through, all right, all these spider webs, all these snakes, all right, all these sharp crystals, you're being protected, all right? Spirit wants you to know that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Let's see. Yeah, you're sacred and spirit into matter. Yeah, you could be doing something along the lines that I'm doing, where you're upgrading your spiritual um, courses or your spiritual teachings. Um, yeah, we have down here, like myself, I started with crystals, and I started from the very beginning. Like, I wasn't searching the internet because I didn't know how to use the computer that well. Um, I went to my local bookstore and I started buying books. I'd catch sales and I'd buy books. And I'd watch a couple people on YouTube here and there, but basically I started from the ground up. Okay, I had started off with these little crystals. That's why I have an abundance of cards and crystals and trinkets, and I got them along my journey. Okay, I'm also saying the number 6. Okay, because of you taking action towards your goals, you've actually you've you've moved yourself onto calmer waters. Okay, you've moved yourself forward, and you've done it very calmly, very quietly. All right, you've tried your best to stay secret, to those around you that you knew you were being manipulated by. And Spirit is saying you're doing a really good job because you've done what you've done. Spirit is saying you're on the right path. Okay, that your expansion inside and out are happening, is what Spirit is trying to tell you. Okay, it says feel yourself, and that's, feel yourself, like fill your heart, meeting new people. All right, I see with the sunflower, like new beginning. Okay, these are heartful connections, is what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing multiple people. Like, you could be finally finding your soul tribe. You could finally be finding your group of, your dysfunctional group. There's nothing wrong with that, because you've literally integrated, the forbidden fruits. You're bringing to light those things that people don't normally talk about. Like, they're too scared to talk about it because of what society is saying. All right. The only thing, yeah, you're the only thing right now standing between. I'm hearing these other people in healing. Okay, they've been through a lot as well. Whoever's coming in. All right. Remembrance. You're always gonna remember where you came from. Okay, and even though you could be traveling soon, I see your seeds have grown. Like, you're expanding. Um, wow, you're a real creative person, collective. But yeah, remembrance. Remembering that you're no longer tied to those old bounds. Those old boundaries, the old expectations of you. Okay, you're fulfilling your karmic purpose. Okay, and you finally stepped out of your comfort zone and into unexpected territory. Like right now, you're in an unexpected territory. You didn't expect that you were going to be here right now. Okay. All right. Spirit said give these a try. I also know how to do my cards in a tarot read. Like regular playing cards too. Okay. Yeah. I see that because you've been through so much, all right, and you opened your heart and you opened yourself to the signs, okay, you perhaps were seeing, 77, you're seeing synchronicities. I've been seeing 1111 on the clock a lot lately, which means, you're manifesting your thoughts, so keep your thoughts positive, okay, and that spirit is listening, okay, and guiding you, and in the process, you're building your wealth right now, okay? You might not even be experiencing it right now, but whatever it is you have been working towards, you're building that right now, okay? I've been getting a lot of, like August and September, for instance. Yeah. You've mastered through your hardships, okay? You survived through hardships to get where you are. Alright, like you've completed old karmic ties, old karmic, what's what I'm looking for? Contracts, okay? You've mastered this, and because of it, like you're taking action forward towards your new beginning. That's gonna be landing into a windfall, a waterfall. Waterfall keeps going. A windfall just comes once. Maybe twice, but a waterfall keeps flowing. Okay, this is something you put a lot of work into, and it's about to pay off. Yeah. Yeah, you're moving on. You're moving on and it's paying off. It says talent undeveloped. I don't think it's undeveloped just yet. I think it's unrecognized, unknown. Definitely unknown. Like, whoever is looking in your direction, new coming in, whoever's looking in your direction, they don't understand yet how talented you are. Okay? Like, I just heard they haven't seen the ropes yet. Okay? The ropes that you broke through. Yeah. Your impoverished times, times that you had $5 to feed a few people, you had to make it work, you had to make it happen. All right, because of that, you had a lot of wild moments, some in black and white, and some in physical form. You had a lot behind the scenes and outside, but this perspective of you, it's changing so fast. Yeah. This perspective of you was always, you were bound and you were trapped, okay? You were stuck in what other people put a label on, okay? That could have been, I just heard, within addiction, okay? You could have been addicted. Yeah, you had a lot of wild times in the physical because of this addiction that you had. And you finally took the reins. Wow, you have 4 wild cards out here. So, collective, I'm seeing that you've had a very, very wild life, okay? And I just heard, speak your truth. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. I just grabbed this and we have truth and clarity on the bottom. Alright. 77 could be significant. 88 could be significant. Aries, Taurus, Libra, Sagittarius. Alright. Check out the moon cycles. I also on Substack, I do the new moon and full moon cycles. I do journal prompts and I do horoscopes. It's in the works, it's in the making. We have wealth here on the bottom, by the way. Go check it out. And every once in a while, I might add in a little tidbit here and there, a little poem, a little story. Okay, in the long run, I'm still also someone who has gone through all these wild cards. Okay, so little by little, I share my story. Little by little, I'm aiming to heal, help heal, help guide other people, teach others what I have learned and how I've learned to cope with these really, really wild situations, okay? Because I really believe, collective, what you've been through, you're meant to get it out. You're meant to share it with the world. You have something beautiful to offer that can really help people. Yeah, investment. You've been investing your time, okay? Perhaps your money. You've even maybe made a few sacrifices along the way, and we have 777 out here now. All right, and recuperation. This right now is a time to recuperate, okay, and see the fruits of your labor coming to fruition. And that includes the forbidden fruits. You may have actually had to try and go within and figure out who you are in order to get to this point. Like, you already went through your shadow self, okay? You've expanded inside and out. And this is your pivotal rest point right now, okay? 44 could be significant. We have possessiveness. It can also be saving. It can also be like, I just heard, saving your money secrets, okay? It's not time yet to share how you've done everything or exactly what you're doing. Like be sure that what you're doing, you're sharing with the right people, okay? What else, Spirit? We have manifestation right there, okay? You're manifesting because you've pulled your energy back, all right? You've gone within. You've already been through, dark night of the soul. You already figured out who you are, okay? And you've been protected the entire time, okay? You have manifested this waterfall that's coming in because of your efforts, okay? Anything else, Spirit? Okay. Yeah, you went through so much betrayal. Now we have 77, okay? Sevens are very significant at this time. And we have friendship coming in, okay? Movement. I just heard. Hold on, let me try and get this in words. I don't always get everything in words. I just heard, be sure you know who you're getting into cahoots with. Okay? Who you're, get to know who your friends are. Because there's movement forward and wishing for fulfillment. It's actually like these connections that you're going to be making. And now I just saw that 888 on the board. Through these connections that you're going to be making, it's going to fulfill something in you. Like, you're going to actually feel these connections that you were held back from before, that you never got to feel before. Yeah, Spirit. Yeah, truth. Okay? Feeling overwhelmed by choices. Like, that's how popular you're about to be. Collective. Yeah. You've been through so much conflict. You always had someone trying to compete with you, but now you know that you have something to offer the world that is almost, I heard, uncomputable. I don't even know if that's really a word, but, you have something very unique to offer the world, okay? Times are changing, okay? keep open your communication with your true self. Communicate your true self. And the ones that can't handle you being you, those are the ones that, thank you, no thank you. Okay? And the ones who are actually trying to help you transform and move forward, those are the ones that you need to hold on to. Okay? And still, don't think that these snakes are out of the woods just yet. Okay? Like, they still done what they done. So you got to keep that into consideration. Good news regarding work. A cheerful youngin. Okay. With that, I get there is good news coming in. Okay. It could be from a younger source, but I also, you could be younger yourself. But I'm getting more of an energetic young. Like, energetically, you're gonna feel young and vibrant again. Okay. Yeah. On the bottom, we have harmony after a battle. You're gonna feel good again. And on the bottom, we have a sensitive and caring feminine energy. Alright, this could be you, this could be who's coming in. A new job or skill development. I believe that you've already mastered the skills of what it is you're working towards, and because of that, you have new job offers coming in. Okay, that are obviously, they actually align with your greater good. With who you truly are. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and get an oracle. I don't feel that these messages need to be crazy long just for you to get the information. If this is resonating and you would like your astrology chart read, I do natal chart readings, and I also do readings for businesses. So if you'd like, check out the Buy Me a Coffee link and check out my shop. I have a couple things in offer there. Or if you would like something more serious, then please reach out to me in email. Okay, yeah, we have Step Out of Your Comfort Zone and Full Moon in Taurus. And I don't know if anyone knows about the nodes, but the South Node is your comfort zone. Okay, that's who you know, that's what you know, what you're familiar with. Your North Node is where you're trying to get to. Okay, so again, I do chart readings. So if you would like to know where your North Node is and what it is you should be working towards, then please reach out to me. Okay, I can help you figure that out. Like I said, I'm here to help guide you, and I found the magic through astrology. Okay, I can understand you through your chart. Okay, and I can help you better understand yourself through your chart. Okay, and yeah, you've detoxified. Like, I see that you've already been working towards this. All right, because you've stepped out of your comfort zone and you have detoxified. Alright, Spirit. A fiery climax approaches. Luck is on your side. And hold your vision. Okay, and Sagittarius and Aries, like fire signs, can be very significant throughout this read. Hold your vision, alright? Don't let anybody sideswipe you and give you an offer you can't refuse. No, does it align with where you're headed? Where you're headed. Like, the work that you put in, does it align with you? Alright? Does it align with your goals moving forward? Yeah. Take inspired action. Alright? It's a very beautiful card, by the way. And Virgo could be significant. Okay? Take inspired action and push through any insecurities. It's over here with Cancer. Okay? And we have a lot of emotion out here. So, push through your insecurities. Alright? Those things that people used to tell you, don't let them continue to tell you, that you're ugly, you're stupid, you're never going to be anything. those type of people need to be gone already. Like, you should have already cut ties with those people, because you're not going to move forward with your life, especially if you're an older adult, especially if you're an adult and you see that these certain people that you have in your life are toxic. I mean, growing up, I grew up with the, what was it? You are the people who you hang out with, the people you hang around with. Okay, I used to hang out with some pretty bad crowds, and so automatically I would be labeled as the bad crowd, so people would keep me away, keep me at a distance. But I also learned the people who were pushing me towards those bad crowds. Why was I seeking validation from these crowds that would use me in a heartbeat? Whereas I also had to look at why was it I was seeking this type of attention? Okay, and it was once I discovered the type of attention I wanted to, to receive from people, was the energy I needed to put out. It was the groups I needed to be in. It was, pulling back. All right, you have to write down where you've been and where you want to go. All right, even if it's a few sentences, write it out. There's nothing better than pen to paper. Okay, get you a really nice gliding pen and put it to paper and see what comes out. All right, because this glow up that you're fixing to have, and I keep saying glow up until I find another word for this, but that's the word that keeps coming to mind, is glow up. Like, these seeds, you started from a seed. All right, you thought it was going to be a half a product when you started out, but no, it's going to end up being the full product. It's going to end up, you're going to be healthier, you're going to be looking happier. You've been through so much and you have so much wisdom to share and help others. Okay, and so this should be enough to let you know. Believe in your good luck. The Sagittarius, I'm telling you, Sagittarius keeps coming out. We have the Sagittarius full blue moon coming up, actually. So yeah, could be why the Sagittarius coming out. Let's see, what else? What do you need to release? This is the journal prompt that you should be working with right now. What do you need to release? Alright? If you haven't already, you're very close to achieving your goals, and leave the past behind. Okay? Yeah. And Capricorn is actually going to be the symbol after Sagittarius. Okay? And so I feel like this time frame coming up is you're actually going to start grounding yourself. Okay? Like, you're actually going to know the ground that you come from. You're actually going to know, like, the true roots of where you're coming from. And Spirit keeps saying to pull some more of these cards. And I do have a little booklet, so it'll better help me understand if I need it. Okay, that one already popped out. I can't see what it is. It went upside down. It went animals. Okay, there could be something significant about the animals. But actually, on the back of these animal cards is a bunch of eyes, what looks like in bushes. So, be mindful of that. Okay, that you still have looky-loos, but I just heard, baby, look good while you do it. Okay. Let's see if we can't figure out what these mean. Oh my god. WTF, LOL, and when. Alright, I'm trying to get this for you. Shark. Yeah, you got shark in the waters. Okay. So, with that being an animal, and like I said, with back of these cards having the eyes on them, alright, understand they're still watching you, and do it with style. Oh, yeah, I just heard the song. And these boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. And one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's see. We got the forest. It's partnership, teamwork, and alliances. Okay? So, yeah, this is. Okay, these are what you're working on then. There's gotta be. River. Steady, gradual, and patient. Like I said, you're gonna start grounding yourself, and I keep telling you to be patient. I keep saying, um, like calming energy, because you have transformed into what's coming. Like, you made this happen, collective. Like, for real, you made this happen. Right? So, gradually patient. Yeah, because these are coming in. We have squirrel. More animals. Okay, you could be seeking out your animal spirit right now. It says hoard, gather, and stash. Or you could also be clearing out, clearing out your space, clearing out your email list, your friends list. Let's see, what else do we got? Opportunity, crafty, and greedy. Yeah, because you've cleaned out this energy, this negative, toxic energy that's been in your life. You're moving forward. Uh, your opportunities are opening up. Just don't get greedy with it. Okay. What else? We have confine, lock, limit. Yeah. Keep some things to yourself. Right. Don't tell anybody just yet your how, or where it's headed. Okay, you can give them a brief little snippet if you like, but because you still have a shark in the waters. Let's look up the shark too, by the way. Like, I know it has something to do with shark in the waters. Yeah, aggressive, danger, warning. Yeah, warning. There's still somebody watching you, and it even has like a little cell phone on there. Someone's watching your videos, someone's watching your content, and they're laughing at you, thinking, oh, yeah, okay, you're really going for it. All right, cool. You're not going to get too far. Yeah, well, they don't know all the details, do they? And you need to keep it at that. Okay? Yeah, confine and lock. Like, keep lockdown on it. All right? This is you right here, and you shine, you reflect, and you make things move. And they're trying to peek in to see what you're doing. Okay, yeah, OMG, WTF, LOL, when is the next one with BuzzFeed. Let's see. It is energetic, lively, and spirited. Yeah, this is you because you've cleared the way. You've literally, you've fought yourself through, and you've done nothing but flow to this new beginning that you're fixing to have. Okay, remember, keep your communication clear. All right, keep your thoughts clear. Keep your overall. I just heard attachment. Keep your attachments clear. Yeah, I guess who you are attached to, what you are attached to. Be clear on what it is you want to let go of, and be clear on what it is you want to take with you on this journey. Okay, collective. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there because it's actually a really beautiful read again. And the fact that it is warning you that things are expanding for you. Okay, you have true purpose and opportunity ahead of you, and they're so far off. They're flying off the board. Like, they're not even reaching your board of success. Okay, yeah, you're protected, okay? So please keep on working towards achieving your goals, all right? Leave that past in the past, because the person that you're becoming is so beautiful inside and out. You know, again, you're expanding the inside of you and the outside of you, all right? It's actually happening. And we have movement here. We have flow here. Okay? Go ahead and hit the like if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're not already, and check out my links. Like I said, if you would enjoy an astrology reading, a natal reading, or just like a quick timing reading, I do offer those in my Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, until then, collective, have a great day.